I did not want anything to do with this Holy Spirit. It had already been a long night. Jesus had washed our feet. Our feet. He served us bread and wine, and he said his own life. And then we talked. The talk has went on and on for hours and hours into the night. And I'm not one for those long philosophical discussions. Leave that to the scribes and the priests. Let the philosophers talk. That's not for me. But I remember what happened and what Jesus said would happen. That Judas would betray him, that I would deny him, that claim I'd never even known him. And then he said he was going to leave. But God the Father would send the Holy Spirit. As if someone could ever take the place of Jesus Christ. Even if the Holy Spirit wasn't a spirit, even if he or she was flesh and blood and bone, they wouldn't be Jesus. Jesus was a carpenter by trade. But he took the time to learn how to sail and cast a net. Jesus, who could and did sleep through a storm, he snored the whole time. Jesus, who could talk like a priest but make sense to a farmer. What could the Holy Spirit possibly have on someone like that? I didn't want to know. But, willingly or unwillingly, I'm learning. After the arrest, after all he said would happen had happened with horrific accuracy, John came and stood beside me. He said, "Peter, I heard about what happened. Outside of the house of the high priest, how you panicked. How you said you'd never even known Jesus. And I just want you to know I forgive you. I don't know what I would have done if it had been me. But I know you must feel awful and I forgive you. If it helps, I know Jesus would, and I know Jesus does." And that's when I first met the Holy Spirit. When for 1 second, as John looked at me with such kindness, I felt like I used to feel when I was with Jesus. Jesus told us that he was giving us his body and his blood to us, his life for us. I didn't realize it then, what I know now. Somehow Jesus remains. His goodness and mercy is now our goodness and mercy. I still miss Jesus with all my heart, my mind, my strength, but thanks to his Holy Spirit, this unwanted but precious gift, I'll never forget him. Jesus continues to show up in the compassion we disciples have lavished on one another in our time of grief, in the way believers continue to pop out of the woodworks, offering us food, solace, and encouragement, in the determination of the women who went to the tomb just this morning. I did not want anything to do with this Holy Spirit, and yet here this Holy Spirit is, and I am so grateful.